It's been more than 2 weeks since a chaotic election collation exercise in the Techiman South constituency, which led to the death of 2 NDC supporters. More than 6 others were injured when security operatives opened fire into a crowd of agitating supporters during the chaos. Komla Adom went back to the constituency to retrace events that led to the tragic incident.
No constituency in the whole of Ghana has had the name dominates the airwaves in the last 2 weeks as much as this one, Techiman South.
Lots of talk around town here in the Techiman South constituency about events of December 7th, 8th and 9th. We're here at Nyamebeche Barber Shop where Ibrahim, the attendant, is going to share with us some experiences and accounts of what he knows of a young man who lost his life, one of 2 people who lost their lives in the disturbances. Okay.
I voted at the same polling center with Ayarik, and we were together when the results were trickling in. He was even explaining the voting dynamics of the constituency to me. I later heard the next day that he has been shot and killed. I am so shocked. He was a friend and a client here at the barber shop.
I'm a friend.
61-year-old Said Adam is unhappy the constituency has been in the news for all the wrong reasons. A bad precedent has been set. There is pent-up anger among the youth. All the aggrieved persons are bitter, waiting for an opportunity to vent.
The issue of post-election violence in the Techiman South constituency remains a spot topic in the barber shop, the beauty salons, the market squares, the streets, and everywhere around town. And this will be the issue for many of the folks here for a long time to come.
This is the Bono Chimpim Hall Collation Center for the constituency where it all played out. A video footage I have obtained from a source at the center shows some scuffle at about 11:45 p.m. Monday, December 7.
I heard noise at the back. Those people who were making the noise were NDC supporters. They have intercepted some ballot boxes that people want to sneak in, so that they will just come and add it to the already brought ballot boxes. So they broke the ballot box, then scattered the papers, the materials, or the content of the box. So the security then came in, fired warning shots. Then one person was injured.
A young man is seen drenched in blood, having been roughed up by security operatives during the chaos, and then few seconds later, shots are heard amidst chanting by the crowd. In another video, a set of contentious ballot boxes allegedly intercepted by some NDC supporters are seen being confiscated by the electoral officials.
At around 12:30 a.m. on the 8th of December, the NDC supporters also allegedly said they had intercepted some boxes, extra 6 boxes. You can see the policeman telling supporters of the NDC that they should calm down. He is going to, or they are going to protect the ballots. They will make sure these ballots do not mix with the already brought in boxes.
According to the Bono East Regional Director of the EC, some of its officials were attacked during the disturbances over the contentious ballot boxes.
We were all inside here busily collecting the results when we heard several gunshots outside. So, frankly speaking, I can't make neither hair or tail out of the situation, because the most important document now are the pin sheets, and they're already in. We are using the pin sheet to declare the results. The ballot boxes, whatever it is, are no more relevant in the scheme of affairs. So I don't see why somebody should fight over this.
A semblance of calm returns to the collation center, but collation, according to multiple sources, will not begin until after 9 a.m. Tuesday, December 8. This witness tells me the collation process resumed after a long break.
So on the 8th of December, collation started, but it was in the morning, not so early in the morning. And in the process, there was a confusion, and that confusion was that some pin sheets were not to be found. The municipal EC went back with a returning officer plus the two major parties, NDC, NPP, their agents. So then I can't exactly tell what transpired, what kind of agreement they had. They started queuing in numbers. Around 11:07, the NDC came out and did a press conference that they know they've won.
Because we have the NDC and lottery candidates have a little over 50.82%. The NPP had just 49%. For the total registered voters and for that matter those who voted in Techiman South. So inadvertently, we're supposed to have declared NDC as the winner of Techiman South constituency election. Surprisingly, since yesterday, the Electoral Commission refused to start the collation. And this morning, they metamorphosed surreptitiously, added some figure, and to balloon the figure, which we in the NDC are not going to accept.
At exactly 11:26, after the NDC's press conference, then the NPPs also held their press conference. They also told the media that they are winning.
They were winning election. Electoral Commission, they were winning.
Right after this series or baton of press conferences, they went back. So when the figures were being displayed, I saw one man from the NDC side who had wanted to take the megaphone from the returning officer. They queued in a total, which was supposed to be the final of the collation. So that man tried to snag the megaphone from the returning officer, which the security never allowed. So they brought him outside. So when the man came outside, it was there that I heard noise from the crowd. So when I got there, the security has wished or asked the returning officer or the EC officials to go out the podium. Then they pointed gun at others that no one should venture or try to intimidate the officials. There we heard somebody saying, "Get in, get in."
And then not long after, the fracas which led to the eventual death of 2 persons. The two would later be identified as 18-year-old electrician Abdallah Ayarik and 41-year-old driver Tajuddin Al-Hassan, both of whom have since been buried according to Islamic customs.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Yeyina Nyankopon de yeyina be sa kwa Nyankopon chen. Yeyina yenka se Nyankopon so oboso ya hwe we kan so hwe Nyankopon de be hwe ye Islam so for Techiman. Ye be nya abotari ana be ye de emfata. Enne ye ma Nyankopon de ne nya adwuma we nyina so. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Bono East Regional NDC Secretary Mohammed Shamsuddin Ali insists Collation of results per the election regulation CI 127 did not happen, forming a basis for their protest against the results.
We realized that later on, we realized that when he told us that he was assembling all the distance for us to start the collation, not knowing when it comes, he enters without the notice of all the political parties. At which point in time did the returning officer take us through all the polling stations, from polling station 1 up to the last polling station 267? At which point in time? He never did that. When it was at around 12 midnight, when we were mounting pressure on him, that starts the collation, let's start. Upon realizing that they were losing, they took some plan B. That the pink sheets were not ready. Then he said, there's one returning officer who claims the incident that happened where warning shots were given by the police and the military. One of their returning officer claims his pink sheet has gotten spoiled outside there. So when he came there, because of the route and other things, he left his materials and ran away. One. We said, so what are we doing? So we should look for hours and bring it for them to reconcile. They told us this one.
But the NPP secretary for the region, David Boache, disagrees.
They had collated about 256, leaving 10 polling stations. So we asked why. Then they said the NDC said they don't have 5 of them. Then EC said they also don't have another 5. So together, the 10 polling stations were the ones they were taking decision on. It was when this thing came that the EC officers told us, we don't have the 5. So if you, the two parties, have, because you sent agents, you are supposed to have copies. Then the NDC said they also don't have. So it was only the MPP that had them. So what finally, even we resolved with the MPP pinches. They brought them together. But the final decision that I said we took was, they had agreed that they were doing the 10, and the totals they will get, they will add it to the 257 already collated, so that when the 10 adds, it will be 267, then they declare. They had agreed on this before we came in. But later it had become a banter. We will allow, no, we have to do complete collation from 1. Some say no, we will not agree. So when they mentioned the 10, they wrote it. Deputy Regional EC boss, his handwriting, he wrote it on separate sheets for MPP copy, NDC copy, and gave the district EC boss copy. So they were there. You pick with the number K they mentioned, then the MPP will look for the pink sheet. If NDC is having, they bring it out. Are the figures accurate? Yes. Then they add up. But then they had closed the projector. But they had, what was on was the 257 still there. But the new ones they were collating was not adding up. But the parties were just adding that the man too had it in front of his laptop. So as soon as they finished with the 10, he opened the projector and added. Then you could see the figure.
More than 2 weeks since the election, the summary result and declaration sheet have since not been published at the Collation Center, and the dispute over the process continues. Komla Adom, TV3 News, Techiman South, Bono East.